Okay, so if this is the entire socio-cultural organization, so this is political organization, this is kinship, this is economy, this is religion, this would be norms, values, right? That means political organization is that part of social organization that deals with maintenance of internal order and peace with outsiders. Simple. It's that part of socio-cultural organization that deals with maintenance of internal order and peace with the outsiders. Evans Pritchard in his book African Political Systems defined political organization as those structures or relations that maintain order within a territorial framework by organized exercise of through coercive authority, organized exercise of coercion, जोर जबरदस्ती, coercive authority through use or possibility of use of physical force. Political organization as those structures or relations that maintain social order within a territorial framework by organized exercise of coercive authority through use or possibility of use of physical force. ठीक है. Features of political organization. Number one, it is organized. Second, it is generally territorial. Third, governed by rules and norms. Next, exercise authority and power through symbols and rituals and procedures. बिना किसी प्रॉपर रिचुअल के सजा थोड़ी ना मिलती है इंडिया में. Rituals, procedures and symbols. Next, political organization is a universal. Universal, found in all societies. Functions. Functions of political organization. Number one, maintenance of internal order. Number two, peace with the outsiders. For example, segmentary lineage system among the Nuyers, NUER, is responsible for maintenance of internal order as well as peace with the outsiders. Bracket Pritchard. थर्ड, इवांस प्रिचार्ड की स्टडी है ना, न्यू ईयर ऑफ सूडान. थर्ड, प्रिवेंशन ऑफ conflicts and dispute resolution. Prevention of conflicts and dispute resolution. For example, leopard skin chief among Nuyers, leopard skin chief among Nuyers, NUER, help in resolution of disputes. Again Pritchard. से किसी ने किसी का मर्डर कर दिया या कोई चोरी वोरी कर ली, that person would run towards the house of the leopard skin chief. Leopard skin chief is not a line authority. Line authority in the sense, ये कोई पॉलिटिकल फिगर नहीं है, ये सिर्फ एक नेगोशिएशन का काम करवाता है, आर्बिट्रेटर है ये. ठीक है, ये एक वेल्दी पर्सन है जो आर्बिट्रेशन का काम करता है. इसकी कोई सुनते क्यों है? क्योंकि वो एग्रीड अपॉन अथॉरिटी है. ये ऑर्डर नहीं दे सकता, ये बार्गेनिंग करवा सकता है, ये सिर्फ बार्गेनिंग का काम है. तो क्या होगा, लेपर्ड स्किन चीफ के पास वो भाग के आएगा, वो उसकी आर्म पे कट लगा देगा. राइट, वो कट लगा दिया मीन्स अब ये संरक्षण में है, अब इसको लेपर्ड स्किन चीफ की प्रोटेक्शन मिली हुई है. नाउ सपोज उसको लगता है कि वो बाहर अभी भी मारा जाएगा, तो ही कैन स्टे इनसाइड द कंपाउंड इन द हाउस ऑफ लेपर्ड स्किन चीफ, उसके घर में रहेगा. नाउ लेपर्ड स्किन चीफ वुड मेक एडवांसेस टू द एग्रीव्ड फैमिली एंड वुड ऑफर देम सम कैटल्स कि भाई इतना ले लो, मान जाओ, कोई फायदा नहीं लड़ाई झगड़े में, देखो तुम्हारा इतना फायदा हो रहा है, इतने का तो तुम्हारा वो बंदा भी नहीं था, है ना. इफेक्टिवली दैट्स व्हाट द बार्गेनिंग फॉर मनी. जी, ब्लड मनी इज ऑल टुगेदर वैल्यूइंग द डेट. जहां पे भी आपको ब्लड मनी का कॉन्सेप्ट दिख रहा है, दैट मीन्स ह्यूमन लाइफ डजंट मैटर देयर. क्या मैटर है लाइफ का, मतलब बस 10 कैटल्स ही तो है. राइट, सो बेसिकली दैट्स हाउ that is made, and then when the agreed amount is paid, तो ये रिलीव हो जाएगा. Now what would happen, that leopard skin chief would charge fees from both sides. That's how he is wealthy. ठीक है, वो दोनों से पैसा लेगा. आर्बिट्रेशन कराया है ना उसने, बिचौलिया है वो, है ना. हमारे यहाँ बिचौलिया शादी करवाता है, यहाँ पे वो शादी के बाद वाले झगड़े निपटवाता है. ओके, सो आई बिलीव यू अंडरस्टैंड. नेक्स्ट, allocation of authority, fourth function. Allocation of authority. For example, potlatches among Kwakuitil are responsible for allocation of authority are responsible for allocation of authority, boss, है ना, चीफ वहां पे पोर्टलेज के थ्रू बनेगा, तो बोआस ने बताया ये। नेक्स्ट, डिवीजन ऑफ लेबर, द कास्ट पंचायत ensure the division of labor on caste lines in caste society. Caste panchayat ensures division of labor on caste lines in caste society. यही करता है ना कास्ट, अगर कोई दूसरे कास्ट का कोई काम करे तो कास्ट पंचायत वुड टेक एक्शन अगेंस्ट देम, है ना। ओके, अभी रिसेंटली भी हुआ है ना, विमेन की एजेंसी को कंट्रोल करने की कोशिश इन राजस्थान। अ डिक्टेट वाज पास्ड बाय सम कास्ट पंचायत्स, विमेन शुड नॉट यूज फोन, और फोन यूज होगा तो प्रॉपर उसका वीडियो भी वायरल हुआ है, ब्रूट ने किया है ना, कि उसमें फोन देना भी है तो वो छोटे वाला फोन देना है, बिना कैमरे वाला। दे आर स्पेसिफिकली सेइंग वीडियो कॉल नहीं होनी चाहिए, ओके, ताकि रील ना बनाए। ओके ओके, नेक्स्ट, रेगुलेशन ऑफ ह्यूमन बिहेवियर, regulation of human behavior. Next, maintenance of social structure. Next, preservation of tradition. Tradition. Next is types of political organization. Element service. Categorized political organization into 4 types. In his book Primitive Social Organization, that is band, tribe, chiefdom, and state. Right? These two are acephalous. These two are cephalous. Acephalous and cephalous. These two are non-centralized. These are centralized. ठीक है? Chiefdom is intermediary actually in between the state and tribe. Okay? So number 1, हाँ इसको ऐसे भी लिख सकते हो, उसने ये बोला बैंड से ट्राइब इवोल्व हुआ, चीफडम और स्टेट। ये भी आइडिया किसका था? एलमन सर्विस का, इन हिज बुक प्रिमिटिव सोशल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन। राइट? नॉन सेंट्रलाइज्ड, centralized. Acephalous, syphilis. Syphilis means head, headless. Acephalous means headless with head. Syphilis, head. ठीक है, बायोलॉजिकल टर्म बोरो किया है यहाँ पे। ओके, फर्स्ट इज बैंड। द सेम वे यू हैव रिटन हंटर एंड गैदरर्स और फॉरेजर्स, तो फॉरेजर्स में क्या मिलता है, बैंड मिलेगा। जस्ट कॉपी एंड पेस्ट एवरीथिंग दैट यू स्टडीड देयर, पूरा फॉरेजिंग यहीं पे कॉपी पेस्ट कर देना है। लेट मी शो यू हाउ। Band is the simplest form of political organization found among, say, Eskimos, it is found among Kung, Jarawas, right? So simple society में say Mabuti Pygmies, ठीक है। कैसा ग्रुप होता है ये? सो साइज ऑफ दिस ग्रुप इज 40 to 120 members. Small sized, right? It's highly mobile, that means nomadic. It's egalitarian group, that means all of the people are equal. It's egalitarian. No one have higher authority. It may have situational authority. And sometimes the institutions like headmen also may be there. Sometimes headmen like institutions may be there. Right. They have very limited conflicts. बहुत कम conflict होते हैं. Okay. What kind of laws they would have? Non-codified. And customary laws. ठीक है. How they subsist? They are foragers. They are foragers. Distribution and exchange, reciprocity, limited surplus. So their religion is rooted into their political organization. Custom decides what kind of rules are there. Case study, Richard Lee studied Kung. आपको ऐसा नहीं लगता कुंग कितने ही लोगों ने स्टडी कर लिया? लोर्ना मार्शल, रिचर्ड ली, पैट्रिसिया ड्रेपर, नैन्सी हॉवेल, कोई छोड़ ही नहीं रहा है कुंग को, है ना? या फिर वो माइक्रोनेशिया पहुंच जाते हैं, पोलिनेशिया पहुंच जाते हैं, जहां सिंपल सोसाइटी देखी नहीं, है ना, उनकी लाट टपकना शुरू हो जाती है. Isn't it? Why so? Why anthropologists are very interested in simple societies? है ना, कोई मुझे भी अगर कोई ऐसा मिल जाता है ना, मेरे को लगता है वाओ, मेरे सब सेंसेस खुल जाते हैं. आई जस्ट वांटेड टू इंक्वायर मोर एंड मोर. व्हाई इट इज सो? अदर्स के बारे में जानना चाहते हैं, दैट्स अ नेचुरल ह्यूमन इंस्टिंक्ट. हम नेचुरली दूसरे के बारे में जानना चाहते हैं, है ना? दैट्स व्हाट. एंड थ्रू अदर्स वी वांटेड टू एक्सप्लोर आवरसेल्व्स एक्चुअली. हाँ, ठीक है. सो आर यू एबल टू Okay, so basically we wanted to explore ourselves through others, and basically the simple societies, these are basic adaptations to the environment. So we would be able to understand the very fundamental human institutions, how early humans might have adapted to the environment. So we wanted to inquire the elementary forms of human society and its structures. That's also another way. So Richard Lee studied Kung of Kalahari, and he lived among them for 3 years. When he lived there among 3 years, he just documented 54 arguments and fights. Right? Out of that, just 30 turned into physical assaults and maximum lathi. डंडे से लड़ाई हुई है maximum. Right? Though he says that the simple societies are less, you can say, violent compared to the modern society. Okay, that was his argument, that simple societies are less violent to the modern society. Do you agree with this idea? How? Jesse, for example, it's not, so you cannot universalize the behavior. But when you talk about Naga Khasi, they are in much advanced stage of development. है ना? So they are not foragers. They are not living in bands. They are living in a kind of horticultural society. They have limited surplus. ठीक है. But what about if a society that is hunter and gatherer that practices infanticide? Isn't that a violence? But the idea of violence that we are considering and the idea of violence in general can be different. ठीक है, तो यहाँ पे रिचर्ड ली कहते हैं that they are less violent. Now Richard Lee went there to study them, and जब उसकी स्टडी हो गई तो इसने सोचा कि सबको मैं पार्टी देता हूँ. तो he bought a cattle and he take that cattle to the village to give that as a feast to the villagers. And when he reached there, everybody started laughing at him. ये क्या लाया है? इतनी लीन से क्या तुम अकेले खाओगे? इसमें कितने लोग खा पाएंगे? इसमें तो मीट ही नहीं है. It's so lean, so thin. है ना? इतना बेकार तो हमने सोचा भी नहीं था तुम ऐसा करोगे हमारे साथ. Everyone was making fun of him. And then everybody enjoyed that feast. And then he asked others, जो उसका informant था, that why this was happening. He wanted to inquire. He know that. He says that this is how we are treated. We don't want anyone to, go into that chane ka jhad. We don't want anyone to feel superior about himself or his acts. So this is a mechanism to keep everyone grounded. That was his argument through that. Understood? So this is a mechanism of ensuring egalitarianism in the society. Now the question is, why egalitarianism? Why egalitarianism is important for foragers? Because sharing is very important among foragers. If they don't share, their survival may be questioned. And sharing can only be ensured if there is egalitarianism. Otherwise, there would be no sharing. Sharing happens among equals. It doesn't happen between unequals. Right? And this is not my argument. This is the argument of Christopher Boham. He wrote a book, Hierarchy in the Forest. Hierarchy in the Forest. And in that book, he talks about that egalitarianism is the best strategy in the forest because that allows sharing. समझ में आ गया? Now we want to talk about the change aspect in the band society. You can bring in Patricia Draper because this egalitarian society is changing because the position of women is sliding down. What she had found among Kung. ठीक है? Same case study. You can also talk about Nagatat Jara, settled living and how band system is being replaced. ठीक है? You can talk about Chenchus of South India, Telangana and this area. So Chenchus are now either under the schedules or PESA Act, right? They are governed by PESA. ठीक है? So there are many such tribes in India that are governed by Semang of Malaysia. We are not talking about Semang right now, but yes, Semang do have bands. We are talking about Patricia Draper. Patricia Draper also studied Kung. And she says that some Kungs became settled. Because of settled living, they started earning wage in the factories. Now men is going out and earning the wages. Women are not going. So because of that settled living, the authority of women sliding down. That's what the idea of Patricia Draper. कल लिखा था हमने जो forager में था. ठीक है? So I believe you understand. Do you want me to give you the write up or you can write this? लिख लोगे? तो लिखो फटाफट. You have 5 minutes. Do write a short note on quickly band. Do write quickly. आधे लोग तो नहीं लिख रहे हैं. मैं ही लिखवा देता हूँ. लिख लोगे घर पे आराम से? लिख लेंगे? ठीक है. तो फिर ट्राइब अभी 5 मिनट बाद लिख लेना. फिर क्लास जब खत्म होगी उसके बाद लिखना है ना आराम से. बिकॉज आई हैव टू रश. चलो लिखो फिर 5 मिनट में. ऐसी बात है इमोशनल नहीं. नहीं. यू डू राइट. वेरी नाइस. आई लाइक यू. थिंग्स कैन वेट. हाँ जी आपको भी लिखना है. मैं लिख दूं आपके लिए? अच्छा तुम्हारी किताब उन्होंने ले रखी है. कल की जरूरत है नहीं है डियर. आज का जरूरत है. अभी बात किया है ना हमने सारा. ये पीछे भी लिखा हुआ है. अगर इसको इसको भी छाप दोगे 10 नंबर का आंसर आ जाएगा. और तुम्हारा तो मैं जब चेक करूंगा ही करूंगा. ठीक है. when we were writing about foragers, we were writing economic features first, है ना? यहाँ पे हम क्या लिखेंगे? Political features first. And most of the features that we have written here are political. उसके बाद जब पेज भरने के लिए इकोनॉमिक डालो, रिलीजियस डालो, कुछ भी डालो. You may write one case study of Richard Lee, that he studied Kung for 3 years, documented 54 fights, out of that 30 turned into physical fights. Done? एक आध वर्ड लिखा है कि नहीं लिखा तुमने? कितने वर्ड लिखे हैं अभी तक? 2 लाइन. तुम्हें नहीं जाने देना आज मेरे को, अगर नहीं लिखोगे तो आंसर. लिखा क्या है तुमने इसमें? फीचर्स लिखो अब इसके जो लिखे हैं मैंने. तुमने सारा एक पैराग्राफ में लिख दिया, तो फिर 10 मार्क में लिखोगे क्या फिर? तो ये तो 30 वर्ड्स हैं टोटल. ठीक है, तुम उसी को कॉपी कर रहे हो. एल कैपिटल ली का. तुम भी कुछ लिखो यार. काट ही रहे हो, एक लाइन लिखते हो एक काट देते हो. Do write quickly. Band according to Amber and Amber. AMBER मत लिख देना. Amber and Amber, ये बुक का नाम है. अकॉर्डिंग टू एम्बर एंड एम्बर, स्कॉलर्स हैं जिन्होंने वो बुक लिखी है, उनका नाम है ये. ठीक है. बैंड इज अ फेयरली स्मॉल, बैंड इज अ फेयरली स्मॉल local group that is politically autonomous. Band is a fairly small local group that is politically autonomous. एक मेरी डेफिनेशन लिख लो. Band is a small localized homogeneous nomadic and egalitarian political organization primarily found among foragers. Small, localized, homogeneous, nomadic and egalitarian. कुछ मिले ना मिले 5 कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स मिल जाएंगे. इन्हीं को नीचे भी लिख देना. ठीक है. एंड फाउंड अमंग फॉरेजर्स, दैट मीन्स आपने सबसिस्टेंस भी बता दिया. डन. एग्जाम्पल्स: कुंग, मबूती, एस्किमोज, चरावाज. फीचर्स: size number 1 42 120, members. Second, nomadic. The members of a band frequently move from one place to the another. Homogeneous. All members are kins. एक्सप्लेन करना है, हेडिंग देके उनको एक्सप्लेन करते चलना है. होमोजीनियस मीन्स ऑल मेंबर्स आर किन्स. इगैलिटेरियन, all members are equal in terms of power, wealth and prestige. Next, membership of the band. The bands undergo fission and fusion. Undergo fission and fusion. ये लिखा हुआ है fission and fusion based upon the resource availability. That means what? अगर resources कम है तो fission हो जाएगा. The band would split into two parts or more parts. If the resource availability is higher at one particular place, they would assemble there. Fusion हो जाएगा. Fission and fusion. Next, you can talk about the authority. Authority is situational, right? That means a good hunter would lead the hunting expedition. Elders may intervene in resolution of conflicts. ठीक है? Eskimos have headman-like institution. Eskimos have headman-like institution. फ्रांस बोआस ने स्टडी किए थे एस्किमोज. तो फ्रांस बोआस कहते हैं एक बार कि एक विलेज था क्यूम्बरलैंड साउंड. देयर वाज अ विलेज विद द टाइटल क्यूम्बरलैंड साउंड. वहां पे एक हस्बैंड वाइफ रहते थे, राइट. देन एक पर्सन आया बाहर से, दूसरे विलेज से, पाडली से. देयर वर टू विलेजेस, मींस वन इज कुंबरलैंड साउंड, अनदर इज Padli. So a resident of Padli with the name Padlu came to Cumberland Sound and he ran away with the wife of a native of Cumberland Sound. वो उसकी वाइफ को लेके भाग गया. पाडली वाला इंसान पाडलू लेके भाग गया. Now what happened? That native जिसकी वाइफ वो लेके भागा था, वो गया बदला लेने के लिए. And Padlu was smart. Padlu killed him. Right? अभी जो जिसकी वाइफ को लेके भागा, जिसको मार दिया, उसका भाई बोला, I would take revenge. He went there and Padlu killed him too. Right? फिर एक पैदा हुआ कि मैं तेरे भाई का सबका बदला लेगा, है ना. फैजल आया उधर, फैजल गया, बट फैजल टू वॉज नॉट दैट स्मार्ट. फैजल को भी निपटा दिया पाडलू ने. पैडलू वॉज टू स्मार्ट. नाउ पाडलू became a trouble for the entire village. Now the village headman feared that there would be a full-fledged war between the villages now. So Padlu was killed by the headman after the consensus of the entire village. The headman asked everyone what should be done, and everyone says, इसको लेके जाओ, कर दो काम. So headman took Padlu on a hunting expedition, and instead of hunting the reindeers, hunted him and he shot him in the back. मतलब उसको भी पता था कि सामने से मारूंगा तो यही मुझे मार देगा, बिकॉज पाडलू नाम है इसका, राइट. सो ही shot him in the back and killed him. ठीक है. So that's how the simple societies manage the tensions. Right? The decision to kill him was a consensus decision. Right? That means the headman does not have a superior authority over anyone. He asked everyone what should be done with this man who had created a lot of tension in our village. He had killed 3 men. Right? So you have to understand how simple societies manage tensions. So authority is situational authority. Sometimes headman like institution is there, but headman again derive its authority through the egalitarianism, not by exercising coercion over others. कोई coercion नहीं है उसका, किसी को force नहीं कर पा रहा है वो, right? Next, the nature of law. Nature of law. The bands are regulated by non-codified customary laws. Next, conflicts. The band societies are characterized by very low levels of conflicts. For example, Richard Lee studied Kung and documented 54 fights in 3 years, out of which only 30 turned into physical fights. ठीक है? Out of which 30 turned into physical fights. Okay. Next, एक और लिख लो केस स्टडी. Christopher Boham, in his book Hierarchy in the Forest, argued that life in the band can tell whether humans are fundamentally egalitarian or hierarchical. Fundamentally egalitarian or hierarchical. Boham argued that sharing of scarce resources is most economically efficient strategy in the forest, and this strategy could be sustained through egalitarianism. This strategy could be sustained through egalitarianism. Right. Now you may talk about economic characteristics, religious characteristics, वो सेम ही रहेंगे. एक एक लाइन लिखना चाहो तो लिख देना, और अगर पेज भर गया है तो you may write just 1-2 line. Change is important. In conclusion, change, that is Patricia Draper. भर गया पेज, 2 पेज हो गया, अभी तक तो तुम एक पैराग्राफ नहीं हो रहा था. सेम बात को see, you need to learn to write. It's not about having the knowledge only. The same thing could have been written in a paragraph also. ये जो आपने लिखा है, डेफिनेशन जो मैंने डेफिनेशन दी उसमें सब कुछ है जो आपने लिखा है नीचे. Everything, the definition in such a manner that it is small, localized, homogeneous, nomadic and egalitarian group mainly found among foragers. सब कुछ उसमें भी था, है ना. नीचे भी वही लिखा है, एक दो केस स्टडी ऐड कर दिया. ठीक है, ओके. चेंज लिख लो, एक हेडिंग बीच में छोड़ देना जगह इकोनॉमिक कैरेक्टरिस्टिक लिखने का, सोशल कैरेक्टरिस्टिक, religious characteristic if space allows, otherwise you may drop those characteristics क्योंकि हमें हमारे पास ऑलरेडी इतना हो जाएगा ये, है ना. अगर हंटर गैदरर पूछा है इकोनॉमिक कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स पे एम्फेसाइज करना है, बैंड पूछा है पॉलिटिकल कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स पे एम्फेसाइज करना है. ठीक है, चीजें ऑलमोस्ट सेम है, यू हैव टू चेंज द लेंस टू लुक एट इट. ठीक है, चेंज नाउ हेडिंग. हाँ, उसने बहुत सारे आर्कियोलॉजिकल एविडेंसेस लोगों के पढ़े. ठीक है, रिचर्ड ली की केस स्टडी पढ़ी, एंड ही बेसिकली क्रॉस कल्चरल एविडेंसेस एंड आर्कियोलॉजिकल एविडेंसेस के बेसिस पे वो बोल रहा है. इवन ही कंसिडर्ड प्राइमेट्स, नॉन ह्यूमन प्राइमेट्स ऑल्सो, राइट, हाउ दे लिव इन फॉरेस्ट. आफ्टर दैट स्टडी ही मेड हिज आर्ग्यूमेंट्स. हाँ, यू कैन से सो. डू राइट, चेंज. पैट्रिसिया ड्रेपर, कल बताया था ना पैट्रिसिया ड्रेपर का आइडिया, DRAPER, पैट्रिसिया ड्रेपर स्टडीड कुंग who started living a settled life with wage employment, WAGE, wage employment, settled life with wage employment, and found the erosion of authority of women, in the settled groups compared to nomadic kungs. ठीक है, okay, so you may write this. Next is tribe. Tribe is a acephalous, homogeneous, unilocal or multilocal political organization consisting of kins and non-kins, types of tribe, types of tribal political organization. So kin based, non-kin based, okay, The kin based include lineages, clans, for example, segmentary lineage, among years, khap panchayats, non-kin based, big man, big women, among Papua New Guinea people. It could be village councils. Okay. It could be Khan system. Among Baseri of Iran. It could be age sets. Age set means set of age. It could be some sort of military associations. Right. So these are different types of political organization that can be kin based और नॉन किन बेस्ड. ये तो खाप पंचायत आपने सुना होगा. हरियाणा इज वेरी इनफेमस फॉर दीज ऑनर किलिंग्स एंड ऑल. अभी कल परसों भी एक ऑनर किलिंग का कोई न्यूज आ रही थी. आई थिंक द हिंदू और इंडियन एक्सप्रेस में. आसाम में हुआ है. I could not read the news completely, but I have read the headline of that. No, witch hunting is altogether different. This is honor killing. Witch hunting वाला तो कल परसों कल आज का ही न्यूज है शायद, आज या कल का, जिसमें कि एक कपल को जला दिया मार के. 2 दिन पहले हुआ है. You have local news directly from the ground. Okay. Which one? हाँ, गुड़गांव वाली. Yeah, that some girl father ने मारा. But there was no honor angle there. Okay, that kind of honor you are talking about. That father thought my authority is being undermined. That can be seen that way. Another level of honor, not just marriage disputes are honor related. ठीक है. So lineages, segmentary lineages, you remember that diagram? All of these segments are equal in nature. No one is superior, no one is inferior. Right? And all of these manage their own territory. Right? And this way. One is responsible for maintenance of this territory. That means developmental functions would be fulfilled by this group together. Protection, welfare, everything is by this group only. So this is what this segment is responsible for, all social, economic as well as political functions. This segment is responsible for all social, economic and political functions together. Right? So this is segmentary lineage. This is a ट्राइबल पॉलिटिकल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, दैट इज एसिफेलस इन नेचर, इगैलिटेरियन, यहाँ पे स्टेटस डिफरेंशिएशन नहीं है, पावर डिफरेंशिएशन नहीं है, ओके, एंड नॉर द वेल्थ डिफरेंशिएशन, दैट इज व्हाट सेगमेंटरी लीनियर सिस्टम इज देयर, ठीक है। In even in case of big men and big women, there is no difference between the others and them. All of them are almost equal. In case of village council, same. But big men may not be a kin also. है ना, kin means बहुत सारी families के साथ में मिला के वो एक big man बनेगा. Village council may have the members cutting across the kins. खान सिस्टम मे नॉट बी, वो सिमिलर होगा बिग मैन की तरह. एज सेट्स, एज सेट मीन्स से 5 to 10 का एक एज सेट है, 10 to 15 का एक एज सेट है, 15 to 20 एक एज सेट है. तो डिफरेंट एज सेट्स वुड हैव डिफरेंट फंक्शंस, राइट. द adults would have the military functions, elderlies would have the functions of political nature. ठीक है, तो एज सेट्स भी पॉलिटिकल. नाउ समटाइम्स some age sets may act as military association also. What is the difference between military association and age sets? Age set में involuntary membership है, military association में voluntary membership है, ठीक है, समझ में आया? तो we'll talk about them tomorrow, right? We'll start this, but do look at it in your booklet also, ठीक है, and we'll cover that tomorrow, ठीक है. See you then, all the best. Tomorrow 3 o'clock. Okay, all the best. लिख लिया तुमने आंसर डियर?